make up the numbers, one of the two associate sides, but the jeopardy is there because in a 6-team group and only 2 going to the semis, you can't afford many slip-ups.
Get aggressive. They'll push hard for the second run. Could be trouble. But all good in the end for a Scotland duo that just for a moment realised that there might be a little bit of an issue, but went 0-4 in 2024, but they're a different side now.
And do remember, they beat Pakistan in the warm-ups comfortably 2 years ago in the UAE. They won that match by 8 wickets. So what they'll be looking to do is transform that ability that we've seen through the qualification pathway events. They've been really good in the last 2 qualifiers, particularly in Nepal in January. I thought they were outstanding. They've so much talent and depth. They don't just want to win games like today, they want to win in the main event too.
Again, down the ground. Again, it's going to be 6 more. And that drop is looking ever more costly. What a way. Costly. What a way to reach the end of the first 10 overs with the score at 78 for 1.
So just a reminder of how those 2 groups line up in this biggest ICC Women's T20 World Cup ever. 6 apiece. Group A, Australia, Bangladesh, India, Netherlands, Pakistan and South Africa in that side. And then Group B, you've got a lot of Britain in there. You've got England, you've got Scotland and then Ireland. Close to home, close to home, close to home. Oh, that's really well bowled by Nashra, starting her 2nd over. Looking to launch, well, Catherine Bryce has gone from 6 off 8 and now absolutely dispatching it. 2 massive 6s flying towards us at the racecourse end. It's the shuffle and the balance. Balance is so key. We talk about it in all sports, but get yourself in that position. Timing and balance. And that's gone aerial. Darcy Carter joining the party, and that's a great bit of work. The anticipation of Fatima Sana.
Leap and bound. She got hold of that, did Carter. Take a look at this, bit of a gymnastic-esque from Sana. Brilliant in the field.
That's a great looking stroke, hit it hard. And again, busy out on that boundary on the leg side.
Tasmia there in the deep, fantastic couple of deliveries for Pakistan. Hit hard, hit firmly by Carter. Get body behind that ball. Great commitment. And as a bowler, there is nothing more pleasing than that.
I don't know, I might take clattering stumps and cartwheeling stumps. Beautifully played through the gap on the half volley. She'd been going leg side, favouring that side, and then just giving that extra bit of width to full and sent
Completely the wrong line there by Nashra Sandhu. It was wide, it was full, and played off the back foot. This is where, you know, Carter, she sits deep, she gets low, and trusts her strong base to hit through the line, but need Nashra Sandhu to go a lot straighter.
much better, forcing her back in her crease. So it'll be a single to close out the over. 11 overs gone, 87 for 1. Remember that you can watch the ICC Women's T20 World Cup all over the world. It's a global game and global streaming. Oh, that's hit hard. She's thought about getting her foot in the way, but actually that was going to be a shattered ankle. She'd be quite pleased it's not made contact.
That was brutally struck by Carter as she moves to 41. A tennis forehand, backhand kind of a shot, swatted away. Ania Rios thought about the dive, decided against it.
Through the gap, that's imperious. Carter is really on the charge now.
That was pure timing and placement to perfection.
What I've been impressed with by Carter, we were saying she was struggling early on. She wasn't striking it nicely, wasn't timing it well. She's got herself in, and now she's making up for lost time, because you have got that, yes, a short T20 game, but start bashing boundaries like this, and suddenly she's 45 from 34.
This is where Pakistan have to keep pitching it up to Carter. Keep hitting that length hard, giving her width is a gift to her now. Change of angles here. Tasmia coming round the wicket to Carter.
It pays off straight away. So you've got 3 out in the deep on the leg side, and then a deep cover as well.
I'd like to see some change-ups here from Tasmia. There's 3 out into the leg side. Can we see a few cutters, a few slow balls going into the pitch?
That's got to be gone. Surely Anna Harris raises the finger. And what a comeback that is from Tasmia. 2 boundaries off the first 2, and she comes back with the wicket.
Oh, she'll be the one that will have the last slap and deny Carter her 50. Angles it in, cross seam delivery. Carter not sure whether to go forward or back, and goes straight into the pads, plumb as you like, but she has to depart for a lovely made 45 of 36. Scotland now 95 for 2.
Sarah Bryce off the mark. Beautiful looking stroke. Really good effort at point to get something on it and slow it down. But how often have we seen the Bryce sisters united again out in the middle? Partnership 40 from just 22 in that first game. He's played a lot of cricket around the world, been part of the WPL, WBBL. And you just can't think of Scotland women's cricket without the Bryce sisters. Gonna push hard for that second. Yes, hesitation. Sarah gets the dive in, direct hit, she's gone. Excellent bit of work in the field. 1.5 stumps to aim at.
Oh dear. Dear, oh dear. I don't feel she was that quick off the get-go with Sarah Bryce, but take a look at this run out. Oh, it's a direct hit. Some to aim at. How brilliant is that? Pakistan have been amazing in the field, and they are seeing the back of Sarah Bryce. 97 for 2.
So a bit of inspiration there to send Sarah Bryce on her way. One stump to aim at for Nashra. Direct hit. So often that's just going to send you. And even with a sprawling dive, Sarah Bryce is replaced by Megan McCall. Got a start in the first game. She's off the mark straight away. Comes out to join her captain in the middle, Catherine Bryce, who just seems to have been kept quiet in the last couple of overs. She started smacking sixes for fun. But Megan McCall, 43 innings, she's got a 50 to her name. Real bit of flight from Zafar, tempting Bryce to come down the pitch.
Aisha Zafar, new bowler. Brilliant economy. The T20, under sixes.
Through the legs. And a bit of confusion by the two batters. I think she thought it was going for 4 because she ambled off towards the city end. And then Catherine Bryce was like, look, you could probably come back for a second here.
Yeah, that's poor. They've been really good in the field. In little moments like that, you really ought to tidy up.
A little flatter this time from Zafar, and that single bringing up the 100 for Scotland as well, inside the 13th over.
Be interesting to see how Catherine Bryce plays the situation now. She probably knows that she has a responsibility to do bulk of the scoring here. Try to take that pressure off. Change of fielders now. They've swapped around 45 and short third. Almost going for 2 backward points.
This has been really good stuff from Zafar. They were just accelerating Scotland, and there's the prize wicket, the run out coming in, and then just start to put the squeeze on, put the pressure on the new batter, and then keep Catherine Bryce quiet. At the other end, bowl to your field like that. They don't mind them dealing in singles. And then it forces the batters to try and create something. As 13 overs come to a close, Scotland 102 for 3. Beautiful day here in Barbados. The sun's out, a few Simpsons clouds overhead, but nothing like we saw the other day with the rain biblical at times. Gets down early. Again, bowling to the field. There is protection out there on the deep on the sweep.
Interesting choice of shot by McCall, and I say this because it was pushed wide and full with no deep cover, and she decided to sweep. Same field Catherine Bryce, 3 out on the leg side, long off.
And she looks to cut it away through that offside, just finding that outside edge. But yes, it hasn't paid off, but that is the right decision to try and play it through that offside. Uses the free. That is beautiful from Catherine Bryce. Captain leading from the front.
What a cracking shot. Moves away, goes inside out. No protection out in the deep on the offside. Brilliant cricket, smart cricket from Catherine Bryce. She's so good at knowing her field and knows exactly where her boundary option is. Now, as a batter in T20 cricket, it's always good to know where you're going to get your boundary from.
Megan McCall helping out with a bit of fielding there. Moves very early, and this could just bisect the fielders. It's good work coming round from Alia Riaz. And again, scampering back for a second.
And she really favours the leg side. She favours playing the sweep shot, does McCall. I wonder if Nashra Sandhu can fire the one in.
Again, moves early. Should just settle for a single here. Catherine Bryce not interested, so one off the final ball of the over. 14 gone, 111 for 3, and with that, it will be drinks. Swept away. And that could just have enough. No, good work. Slowing down. Spatamasana comes sprinting round.
Megan McCall has a clear plan against spinners here. just to move across the crease and sweep. She's done it a lot of times now in, you know, her 8 deliveries. Can the spinners do something here? Can they toss it up?
Goes for the reverse. Big appeal. Finger goes up. McCall tries something different, and it doesn't pay off. And Pakistan fighting back.
4 down. Megan McCall going for the reverse this time. Dead on back leg. As plumb as you like. And Megan McCall has to depart for 9. Scotland now 113 for 4.
So Priyanaz Chatterjee comes out to the middle, the best of 45 not out, but she was crucial to get them up to a competitive total in the first game. Finished 32 red from her 20, that 50 partnership to close out the innings. Didn't bowl in the first game, but was instrumental with the bat, the Surrey player.
Provided a crucial partnership with Bryce in the earlier game.
Good bit of fielding. Could so easily have been an expensive trip to the orthodontist. Sadia Iqbal putting the body on the line.
They're not easy to stop them. Brilliant stuff from Sadia Iqbal. Flew to her.
Oh, that is magnificent. That is not a big gap. It's going to slow down, so it doesn't get the sparkles it deserves. 3 fielders in pursuit. But the placement.
It's Catherine Bryce. Signature. Slight bit of width, and she pounces onto that. Doesn't quite have the legs. Three fielders converging for that 1 ball.
Great use of the feet. It will land short of deep mid-wicket. So it'll be a single to close out the over. 15 gone, 117 for 4. And we're going to have a change in commentary.
So many ways to follow the ICC Women's T20 World Cup. All around the world, the biggest Women's T20 that we've seen. What an event it promises to be. Difficult day for fielding out there.
Yeah, certainly tricky conditions. You think about Pakistan's prep, very good in Dublin, not altogether two different conditions. They're at the Clontarf Cricket Club there, North County Dublin, and they actually had a couple of washouts, so weather quite similar. We had rain 3 days ago on their first warm-up day here in Derby.
Slapped past the bowler. Won't be a boundary. Watch the bottle.
Tell you what Catherine Bryce has done so well here. She's retained the impetus in the innings even whilst the wickets have fallen around her. Obviously the misfortune of her sister being run out. I actually think that was Sarah's fault, not Catherine's. Sarah was the one running to the danger end. She didn't turn particularly quickly, was very tardy in the running between the wickets. But even with the wickets falling around her, she's continued to attack. Remember, dropped on 6 off 8, 41 off 24 now.
That's lovely movement across the crease. Really is. It's clever batting, using the angle, seeing the field, and getting the reward.
She's really the woman for all seasons, isn't she? Priyanaz Chatterjee for Scotland comes in as that kind of utility player, adds great value in the middle order. Good fielder, good skills on show. As you can see here, the manipulation of the field, one of the big differences between the men's and women's game, yes, the 25-yard circle instead of the 30, but only 4 in the deep instead of 5. So there should always be at least one big gap in the deep.
Well, that was a shot that looks more like you might see it at Wimbledon or Roland Garros than Derby. It's not quite time.
And what's happened so well with this boundary, just the previous delivery, is the way in which he manipulates the use of the crease. Fine leg has to be up in the circle. Deep third and deep fine both up because there can only be 4 in the deep. So great manipulation from Chatterjee, gets good reward and helping out Catherine Bryce.
To wait a little bit longer for that, but punished out towards the boundary, pushing hard for the second.
Again, Henry, good running. Really outstanding. I know they lost a wicket to a run out, but you would rather be doing what they're doing, which is putting the fielders under significant pressure, trying to turn the ones into twos, pushing dots into ones. That can make, what, a 15-20 run difference at the end, even if you do lose a wicket to a run out. Catherine Bryce, well, everyone in the women's game now knows just how good she is. Could be one of the stars of the tournament.
Again, hit cleanly. Now think about a second. Oh, it could be 4. Oh. They'll have a look at this, I sense. End of the over, 16 gone. Just the 3, and it's 130 for 4. That square away. In the end, a decent recovery.
Was it 2 runs given away or 1 run saved? Depends on your perspective. There's the projected scores. Scotland would love to get up to 170.
Would have been wide, perhaps, if left alone, but in the end, finds the fielder in the covers.
I think one of the big things that Catherine Bryce would like to do here, having had that life, having had that bit of fortune, is be unbeaten at the end. Highest score in their previous game, a big win over the Netherlands, 33.
Well, that's a lovely shot. And what a way to reach a half-century as well.
Class innings from a class player. Yes, Catherine Bryce, the captain of one of the 2 associate sides here, but this is an innings befitting of any stage, of any team. Had the moment of fortune put down on 6 off 8, but since then, the way in which he's accelerated has been quite simply world class. Scotland have depth. They don't rely solely on Catherine Bryce, but if she plays well, their chances increase significantly.
Again, going hard. This time fielded cleanly. I think the point from her perspective is that no longer does she feel the necessity for her to contribute all the runs, and so when you've got that confidence, actually it does free you up a bit to play the sort of innings she has.
Striking the best part of 180 as well. And think about across her 58 innings in official T20 Is, this won't count towards her career stats, already 1250, so one about every 4.5 innings, something in and around that. Outstanding numbers.
Tries to catch it, it'll drop short, and it should have been fielded. No wonder there's the kick at fresh air, because it has been a little sloppy at times in the deep from Pakistan today.
That's Tasmir Rubab out there, and that should have been stopped. Gotta get your body on the line here. Nicely struck. Slog sweep that goes a bit squarer than you might imagine. Something, you have to get something behind that. Pakistan probably, what, -10, -15 in the field, proving costly. Scotland have a lot of momentum going into these death overs.
And another. And I think this is the point that you were making, is that when a side is pushing hard for every single run, it's amazing how many times that then brings out the little stoppy field.
It's applying the fulcrum of pressure, isn't it? Scotland have done that really, really well. Well, yet another misfield. This time the body attempted to go on the line. It's Rameen Shamim there. Pakistan a little sloppy.
Well, the foot movement was good, but the ultimate outcome, dot ball to conclude the 17th. 1-4, 1-for-4. Wherever you might be, there'll be a way to follow this tournament. Begins at Edgbaston in front of a big crowd. England, tournament hosts against Sri Lanka.
Again, brilliant running. Okay, yes, a direct hit might have been out, but with 3 overs to go, 6 wickets in hand, I like that. And I think what Wallace would say, the Scottish head coach, is that's the way we play our cricket. If you have an outstanding piece of fielding and a direct hit from 40 yards away, like we saw with Sarah Bryce's run out, so be it. But you've got to take that momentum, take that impetus, and crucially, get Catherine Bryce back on strike.
Could be trouble here. It's gone high in the air. Fielders running in. Another fumble. They'll get another couple if they're quick.
Calamitous stuff, really, to be honest, Henry. The catch put down, you might argue, not done a huge amount of favours by her skipper. I think Fatima Sana at cover has come heavily into the eye line here of Sarah Jabin. And actually, Sana could have warded off, got out of her eye line, and maybe made the catch a little easier to take. But instead, Bryce put down again.
That's a little more effective, but it's amazing how contagious fielding errors can be.
Just watch Fatima Sana here at extra cover. I think she has to do better to get out of the eye line. It was just enthusiasm. That's the way she plays her cricket. She's such a passionate and wonderful leader to watch. But definitely another error from Pakistan.
I was chatting to the Pakistan captain at the launch event on Waterloo Bridge, and I said, hey, what are your expectations? What are your hopes for the tournament? He said, to win it. And that's what you want to hear.
Well, I promise you something, she's very much out of the all-round mould of Imran Khan. There's no doubt about that. And I love the style of cricket that they're attempting to play.
There's a fielder out there in the deep, this time collected cleanly.
But the problem has been that kind of all-out attack style and significantly more aggressive approach to their batting in particular, which we'll see in the second innings in the chase, I've no doubt about it. Munib Ali looks a different cricketer at the top opening the batting. It's the implementation of that aggressive strategy. Do they have the skill sets to do it consistently?
That's going to be a no ball off the cut strip. And Anna Harris says, I'm afraid that ain't going to cut it.
It's a very good piece of umpiring. I'll tell you why. So if it does not hit the cut strip, as you rightly say, it doesn't anymore become a wide, it becomes a no ball. And every no ball in the modern laws is a free hit that goes alongside it. And what Chatterjee's getting good reward there for is being proactive. Because she's utilising the crease so much, going so far outside the off stump, she gets the free hit that will follow.
Well, that one's wide, but it was not far away. Goodness me.
Now, this is such a touch-and-go decision because Chatterjee, if you look at the point of delivery here, look at where Chatterjee is. She is almost out at the wide line. So the bowler's going to say, well, where am I supposed to bowl? And that's what Fatima Sana is now discussing. Now, the guideline should go with the batter. But what Anna Harris, I think, is saying is that it's actually outside the conventional return crease, the wide line. Therefore, it's correctly still adjudged a wide. I think that's a fantastic piece of umpiring, good game management as well, well explained, and smiles all around. No problem with Fatima Sana either coming in to just check exactly why that was the case. The free hit is retained.
And now a no ball overstepping. So it's going to be another. And in all amongst all of that, the 150's been passed.
And I think it's a front foot no ball. Now, the only slight ease, yeah, clearly, front foot no ball. In 3 deliveries there, you've just seen how difficult the job is as an umpire. You are watching multiple things every delivery. Outstanding from Anna Harris, Dr. Anna Harris, I should say. Field can change. Bryce comes on to strike for the free hit.
Hit so crisply. Oh, the bounce this time. Oh, the punishment continues. That is some conclusion to the over. 18 gone, 156 for 4. Well, here we go. Out it goes towards the deep, and hello. Oi.
15 runs off the over, and I actually feel a bit for Sarah Jabin there. She's the one, remember, who put Catherine Bryce down too, but not a lot she could do there. It's right on the edge of the square, might have hit a used bit of the footmarks, and Scotland pick up another couple of bonus runs. They've accelerated beautifully here at the death. Good partnership this coming together between Chatterjee and the skipper Catherine Bryce. Been good cricket to watch as well, Henry. Scotland showing what a challenge they're going to be come the main event.
I think what we're seeing is how sloppiness in the field can lead to so many issues, not least 3 deliveries there. That's half an over in a T20 game that we've just seen added. It's not 20-20, it's 20 and a bit 20, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
That could be 4, and it will be. Again, great footwork.
The way in which they've manipulated the field has been outstanding and very, very clear in the mindset of what they're trying to do. Pakistan a little bit guilty of not reacting well, not just from a fielding perspective, but from a bowling perspective too. They haven't really altered their lines or their lengths, and they can kind of just work the ball to where they would like. The field now does change a bit. Deep backward square comes a little further behind square, and fine leg right on the edge of the circle.
Again, that leg side is targeted. Oh, and it's going to be 4 more. And this is a fielding display that I don't think is going to be making many highlights videos in a positive way.
Well, the wheels are off, to say the least. We've seen, purely in the last 3 or 4 overs, probably half a dozen fumbles and misfields. Every one of them has cost runs as well. Wahab Riaz, with that all-star coaching backroom staff that he has, all the test match experience alongside him, Imran Farhat and Abdul Rahman. The fielding catch, Abdul Majid, not going to be happy. Remember, she was put down on 6, Bryce.
Straight, firm, down the ground 4. And again, if you take advantage of the errors, sometimes you'll get a nice, juicy, full delivery to do that too.
Look at the 360-degree scoring we've seen just in these last 2 overs alone. Bryce able to get it behind square, now straight down the ground, the delivery before, through the long on. Standing batting from a wonderful player.
Could be 4 more, you know. And again, just targeting part of the ground where the field has moved from. And having conceded just 11 from her first couple of overs.
4 consecutive boundaries and hitting 2 very similar lengths from the last deliveries to 2 completely different parts. And you would imagine Fatima Sana, she just doesn't know where to put her fielders. There's still 5 on the offside, not 1 ball has gone through there in this over.
In the air, down the ground. How far's it gone? That far, 6 more. And what an innings this is. Absolutely outstanding. 83 from 39. And it's 179 for 4 with 6 balls to come. That's what you want to see as a batting side. You want to see that acceleration at the end, and what acceleration as well in that over.
Penultimate over of the innings becomes the largest of the match thus far. 23 runs come from it, and those projected scores we saw hovering around 165, 170, all of a sudden are maybe going to be veering towards 190. Could even be plus that if Catherine Bryce can get the strike and maybe just dream of 3 figures. She's never made a century in women's T20 international. 1250 superbly.
She needs to get on strike, and almost did with a little fumble.
Final ball of the previous over, she showed all the power that she has. It was bowled into the slot, to be honest, floated up, not the delivery that Pakistan would have wanted. Look at the power. Boundaries aren't small here, 65 metres all the way around. That gets over the head of the deep mid-wicket fielder. A captain's innings of the highest quality. We're being treated to an exhibition of batting here in Derby.
It's cleanly struck. And they're not going to be tempted to run the second, not least because you want to get Catherine Bryce on strike.
Yeah, I think that's actually a good result. Ideally, it would have been from the first ball of the final over, but instead it comes from the second. 4 deliveries for Catherine Bryce to work with. Might be a bridge too far to get up to the century, but how many more can she get for her side?
Captain versus captain, but there is victory once again for Scotland's leader, and goodness me, everywhere the ball is delivered, it is then pummeled away to the boundary. What an innings this has been.
Well, we've got 33 matches to come up in the main event, Henry, and here across a couple of games in Derby, we've seen 2 of the best individual innings you'd ever want to witness. Chamari Atapattu, wonderful, just a maximum shy of what would have been a well-deserved century against Pakistan 3 days ago. Today, Catherine Bryce could still get there. She needs 3 boundaries to do so.
One's got to be 6. It's not going to be 6, it's going to be 4. Into the 90s.
high quality innings. And Pakistan, being honest, are being torn asunder here, pulled to pieces in the battle of the skippers. Well, there's only one winning it right now. It's Catherine Bryce of Scotland. Catherine the Brave, if you will. Scotland the Brave needs 2 more boundaries. Can she go 4 and 6? Can she get to 3 figures? She deserves every piece of it.
Well, where's that gone? It'll be fielded cleanly. She wants the second. She's going to run for it.
Buzzers.
Well, she'll have the strike. She will, barring any extras, no balls, wides, she is going to fall short of that 3 figures. But what a knock.
Needed the buzzers. That's what she needed. Needed the overthrows. It was nearly a chance of it as well. Could it be 6 and 99 not out?
Hit firmly into the leg side. And she wants to run the second. Should be run out and will be.
Well, if ever a delivery sums up a piece of leadership and a woman's impact on her nation, that's it there. No thoughts of being unbeaten and 94 not out. Just the thought, can I get another run for my team? An outstanding innings. We've been treated, well, to one of the great women's T20 innings you'd like to watch here. Just there. Nothing to lose, she would say. Obviously